Breaking news out of Northwest Houston this morning, a massive explosion. I want to show you some of the comments and video coming in on social media. You can see that explosion actually caught on a doorbell camera. So again, this is breaking out of Northwest Houston. This blast happened just before 4:30 this morning in a neighborhood there, and it was felt for several miles. The origin of the explosion appears to be a machining and manufacturing company. Firefighters say they have detected liquid nitrogen on the scene. They say smaller explosions are still occurring. Broken windows, doors, entire structures even appeared to be destroyed in this blast. One man says he heard something, then came outside and saw an injured man.
We didn't know what it was, and then when we came out, one guy was out here. He was all bloodied up walking, and then he was all we asked if he was all right, and then he said there was an explosion.
It's not yet clear exactly how many people were injured in this blast. We'll continue to follow this for you. That's the latest from the live desk. Back to you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jay Siltzer. This is your morning cup of Jay. Atlanta United has a new recruit. Meet Spike. The 12-week-old Labrador Retriever puppy comes to Atlanta United through its partner organization, America's Vet Dogs. That nonprofit organization provides service dogs to veterans, active duty service members, and first responders with disabilities. The team is going to help train Spike for the next year or so. After that, he will go to an America's Vet Dogs campus in New York for advanced training. Then he will be given to someone who needs a service dog. Spike is the first service dog to represent a Major League Soccer club. How cute is he? That's your morning cup of Jay. Have a great day.
New this hour, schools in Henderson County want to make sure every child has breakfast so they have a solid foundation for learning. This week, Apple Valley Middle School began offering a second chance breakfast option. News 13's Taylor Stewart joins us there live to explain. Taylor?
Yeah, Holly, so middle school students may get up at 6 o'clock, hustle to get to that bus at 7, and then when they walk through the doors here at Apple Valley Middle School, chances are they haven't had anything to eat. So that's what we learned today when we spoke to 8th graders, Dr. Leah Johnson. Take a listen to why he says not getting breakfast has a real impact on his day.
Usually when I'm hungry, I'm not focusing right. I usually ask my first core teacher if she has any food that I can eat.
The same goes for 7th grader Kayla Rudy.
I always ask my friend for food because I'm hungry.
And it's more than just an awkward conversation.
Kind of weird because people don't like sharing their food.
Studies show hunger limits students' ability to focus in the classroom. Superintendent Bo Caldwell says if students don't eat, teachers can't teach.
What we have to do is also look at barriers on what's stopping these children from learning, and hunger is a huge, huge barrier.
This week, removing that barrier looks a little like this cart rolling down the 7th grade hallway. And when that 9:54 bell rings, students line up for a second chance breakfast.
We got a cinnamon roll with some milk and some fruit.
It's free for every student and growing in popularity. Principal Marshall says they've doubled the amount of students eating breakfast this week alone.
We went from feeding about 20% of our students breakfast to now 40%, and our goal is to keep increasing that number, and we can't wait to see what the positive benefits are going to be for our students.
Kayla will tell you she's already started to feel those benefits.
It's helped me focus more, and it made me wake up and feel more energized.
This second chance breakfast means students worry less about where their next meal is coming from and more about what they're learning in the classroom.
Our person of the week is Lisa McDonald of Henderson County. Now, she's the entrepreneur who launched Sanctuary Brewing and Inconceivable Cafe.
That work is a means to an end. As News 13's John Lee explains, McDonald is devoted to helping abused animals and people in need all over the map.
Yes, kiddo.
She's far from old McDonald, but it turns out Lisa McDonald,
The sweetest boy in the world,
also has a farm.
So I do a lot of work with animals. You're here on my home, which is an animal sanctuary. So this pig is Oliver. I know.
E-I-E-I-O.
Hello, babies. Hi, Meg.
At Sweet Bear Rescue Farm, Lisa knows every critter's name.
Yes, babes.
Home to some 40 animals.
Just about everyone was rescued from a pretty horrific situation.
This is just one project under Lisa's umbrella of goodwill in Western North Carolina and around the world.
So humanitarian and animal advocacy. I just returned from Rwanda and Uganda doing quite a bit of humanitarian work.
Tuesday, she packed for Puerto Rico to help provide earthquake aid. Puerto Rico was rocked by a magnitude 6.4 quake earlier this month. The U.S. Geological Survey says since then there have been more than 300 earthquakes greater than magnitude 3. Lisa will work with a group called Casa Vegana de la Comunidad with food distribution and animal rescue efforts.
So the work we're doing on the ground requires that we have emergency kits, that we have food on us, that we have dry sacks, dry backpacks, proper clothing, etc. So really we're kind of planning for anything and everything.
Lisa was a corporate consultant for 20 years, but decided she wanted something more.
You go pig?
As a local entrepreneur, she's committed to giving back. Her nonprofit, Kindness Empire, uplifts animals and humans.
We also have a homelessness initiative called H4H, or Help for Hendo, where we give free haircuts, toiletries, clothing, free meals, job advice, and medical advice.
Whether on the farm or on humanitarian trips across the globe, she's found a new sense of purpose.
But I feel so much more integrity with how I spend my time.
And those simple moments petting two precious pigs is time well spent.
Well, his winter coat comes in really thick. Like, not all pigs get this super long. See, Oliver's like, she shouldn't be petting you.
In Flat Rock, John Lee, News 13.